Righto, folks. Jaden wants to know if the Australian property market is ever going to crash. Well, if you study history, mate, and you study the 18-year land cycle, you'll know that there is a land-driven downturn and a mid-cycle slowdown every 7 or so years. So the next land-driven downturn is due in 2027, which will be like the next GFC or the next 91 recession we had to have. And during those times, commercial property can get hammered 50-60%. If you lose your tenant, it'll be worth land value. The new and off the plan stuff can correct 20-30% if you buy peak market, and then you could be holding it for many years in negative equity. The top end, so the big shiny houses, the mansions, that stuff can have the top end can correct 20-30%, history shows. The middle is pretty stable, so that 500 to 1.5 is always typically pretty stable during a downturn. And the bottom end, so every property under the sub 500, there's always demand for affordable accommodation. Always, for obvious reasons. We're a lucky country, we've got booming population, people want to live here. The construction property industry can never keep up with the demand, it's always lagging. So in times of crisis, like in the GFC, land-driven downturns, or the COVID dot-com busts, the mid-cycle slowdowns, there is always a rush to affordable accommodation because people can no longer afford the high-end shiny stuff. They just need a roof over their head. So the demand shifts to affordable. So when the top end's coming off, the bottom end always rises. So that is why we specialise in building solid residential foundation portfolios in affordable accommodation. Nothing sexy, nothing flash, strong yielding assets we pick up with 6 to 7, even 8% yields that are half, if not even a third of the cost to buy, then it would be to build. So half the intrinsic value. So when you're buying deals for half the replacement cost with strong yields, it can only go one way, and that is up.